It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout video shortcast. we make these shorter than the audio, and we have a couple of talkers. Me and my pal Captain Tim North, who both have history in radio. So. This might go a little longer than what we normally expect, but Tim is Captain Tim of the Salvation Army here in Newton. Tim, always a pleasure.
Great to have you.
Talking to this guy. I love talking to him, and they've honored me by having me be the auctioneer for the quilt auction that they have every year. It's been 3 or 4 years now, and we always have a good time, and I always want to support the Salvation Army. And he is the president of the Kiwanis Club in Newton, and his wife Peggy belongs to the Rotary Club in Newton. And the good news is we just got out of the Christmas season, and you had the Red Kettle campaign, and it was highly successful. Tell us about that.
It absolutely was. And I say this is again over and over again, and I can't say it enough. Newton always steps up. We actually went about $4,600 over. Our kettle goal was 41,000. I'll get the right number yet. And we went about 46, which the exciting part is that's that many more people we can help. So it has actually been very successful this year, all the way around.
And it goes to support so many of the programs you have. And one of the things that Peggy had brought up too, and especially since last year we had such a problem with the SNAP program and the funds were cut off and whatnot. And we did a podcast about that. But you're still in the process of trying to rebuild that.
Well, and I think we've lost a lot of, with that there created some issues, and I think we're still recovering from some of those. So our food pantries have increased in numbers. We are seeing a lot newer people. I mean, people who have never ever used the program. Matter of fact, just the other day, there's a young lady, we'll say young lady, and came in and experienced a loss in her family, and she's never had to use the pantry, never had to ask for assistance before, but asking because, she just lost her husband. So things like that happen.
And people can bring stuff by, or they can make a cash donation. One of the things that we didn't talk about during the podcast is that there is still a cost involved in getting the food from the Food Bank of Iowa to you guys.
Right. It's minimal. They're really good to us. They ultimately will charge us because, again, they have facilities to run, employees to pay, that type of thing. But it's cents on a dollar type thing. But we still have to pay to get it because, of course, then they truck it over. So you got the expense of the diesel and all of those things. And then if it's like commodity type stuff, government stuff, there's even a less, they will give us less. It's just the expense of getting that. But sometimes even the food bank has to buy stuff. And we buy it, try to buy it in bulk, so that they can get it to us that we need it in this location. But, the problem is sometimes we just have to buy things because there's not enough donations.
Well, and I know that there are a lot of people who have been very generous to the food bank, and I don't mean to single anybody out, but I am going to bring up one person who did a matching contribution thing last year, Rick Vernon, and I know he was very beneficial also. Yeah,
that actually, we actually met that. So when I met that, and so that actually all together, he gave us $15,000 to match. We got 31.
Yeah,
total together. Great. His 15 plus 16 that matched it. So that actually lit our fire for Christmas too.
Right.
So that was a perfect timing on his end. But yeah, so ultimately you think, well, 31,000. Oh, you guys are set.
No,
not
so much.
Not when you think about again, go buy groceries. You can't walk out of Walmart or Hy-Vee spending under $100. At least I never do because I always find too many things I like to buy and eat.
Sure.
As you can tell, I like to eat.
Well, you and me both, brother. we're in the same club. Right.
But a lot of it is the expense. And if we have to buy it flat out, which some stuff we do, that gets expensive.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Now, if you make a cash donation, you know that's tax deductible. How
Right,
about if you make a
absolutely.
food donation?
That is absolutely tax deductible too. If you make a food donation and want it, we can get you a tax receipt. That again really goes back to you and your tax person to decide all that fun tax deductions and all that. But,
Okay. Tell us about the thrift store, Tim.
well, thrift store does a couple things for us. One, of course, it gets you good clothes and stuff at a good price. You can find collectibles there, that stuff that you really wanted. That precious moment that you just missed in the store that you can't. We might have it, But what happens is the thrift store actually ends up generating income so that we can help with food, utilities, rent, all of those things. So it pays back, it brings the money back in here. So ultimately the money that people invest in the store or by donating or by buying ends up coming back helping people right here within Jasper County.
Fantastic. That is just absolutely fantastic. Getting back to the food pantry, when are the hours for that, and how can people donate?
Well, hours for donating is usually like 9 to noon and 1 to 4, Monday through Friday. We kind of give our staff maybe a lunch. They might want a lunch, but no.
Yeah. Of course they would.
There's usually somebody around if he has to be lunch hour, swing by. There might be somebody around. So, but to get help, I would say give us a call, 641-792-6131, and make an appointment. And I say that because that's one thing that came out of COVID, but it's actually worked well. Because ultimately, then you're not sitting here waiting for us to put the food pantry together while you wait. It's ultimately you pull up and grab it and go almost. So it works so much easier. And then also they'll walk through with you, see if there's stuff that we'll have a list of what we have available, and they'll say, do you like? And then they'll walk down the line with you, and even some food like we do get venison. And, some people don't like venison. Makes a great meatloaf, by the way. But
okay, good. Did not know that.
Yeah. Actually, put it on a Dutch.
Okay.
Digress. But anyway.
Okay. Don't watch Bambi.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. But honestly, I mean, so stuff like that. If somebody isn't a venison person, we won't give it to them because why waste it?
Yeah. Some people don't like green beans.
Right. Exactly. So, and then it makes it just honestly so much quicker. Somebody come in, check in. Once a year, about July, we have to redo paperwork every year, but that's part of being part of the Food Bank of Iowa, just so that they can get funding too, and then that way we can actually buy stuff from them at a cheaper price. One sheet, fill a couple things out. That's all we ask.
Okay, great. Well, we just want people to know about all the services available with the Salvation Army. Certainly, there's other services. We on the podcast we talk about disaster relief. We talk about the history of the Salvation Army, how it got started. It's been around Newton for years and years
Since,
and years.
1880s.
Yeah. So many things that they do. They have ministry services if you want to get in on those also. But if you can help out with the food pantry, and if you have some clothes lying around that you want to donate, or some special treasures that you have around the house that you might want to donate to the thrift store, do that also. But please know that the need is great for food assistance around the area. And also, one thing that I learned through the podcast also, Tim, is that you guys donate and assist other food pantries around the county too.
Yep, we actually we pick up and do food rescues in several locations around Jasper County here, but then we also take our excess on those days to different food pantries throughout Jasper County.
So that's all right. So like a networking situation.
Exactly.
So,
We're going to help them so that they can help people in the county.
So however you can help out with the Salvation Army, you're helping out a lot of people. So keep that in mind, okay? So that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout's Shortcast video. Oh gosh, look at the time. We've gone about 10 minutes, Tim. Go figure. It's only supposed to go 5 to 7 minutes. And here we are again. Little Red's gonna go, oh, you guys. Yeah. Yep. Until next time, grrr out is out.